Hi everyone, how are you all doing? In this video, we are talking about this upcoming week astrology forecast. My name is Natalie. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that if you enjoy what I do and share on this channel, you can consider subscribe and share it with your friends. So this video, we are talking about April 14 to 20th, 2025. I have to admit, I have been really busy with a lot of things that I'm doing and that's happening in my life. So this week video, I'm doing a little bit of catch up. As of now that I am recording and posting is already Monday on the 14th. So let's break it down. On April 15, Mercury is going to re-enter Aries. The reason why I say re-enter is because Mercury was retrograded in the sign of Aries back into Pisces, and Mercury recently stationed direct and traveling through the degree points that is retrograded. And now today on 11:25 p.m. Pacific time or earlier time zone, it will be April 16, 2:25 p.m. Hong Kong time, so just the time according to where you are in the world. Mercury is going to re-enter Aries again. Mercury was retrograde, Mercury station retrograde back in February 14 at 9 degrees 35 minutes. So the first bit of this Mercury in Aries transit, we're still in the post-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde, which I always refer to the phase 3 of this Mercury retrograde. So it's not truly end yet. We still have a little bit of post-shadow energy that we are moving through. As soon as Mercury travel through the first 9 degrees 35 minutes, the first 1/3 of Aries, we will be truly officially out of Mercury retrograde, and that will be April 26th. So between now and then, in about like 11-ish day or so, we're still working with the post-shadow energy of Mercury retrograde. But we're retracing all these degree points that Mercury retrograded. So in some way, if something happened during Mercury retrograde a few weeks back, maybe there were things that you have some miscommunication or misunderstanding with people in your life, colleagues, family member, your lover, friends, whatever. Or maybe if there's anything that you felt like that, hey, I should have spoken up about something, I should have commented on something, I should have expressed myself, or I didn't have the courage to speak up. Well, now is your chance. Now that Mercury is tracing those degree points, it's time to use this energy to build up that confidence or courage that you were missing in the beginning and fully express yourself and speak up. Because Mercury in Aries is passionate, it's brave, unapologetic, and very authentic. It's playful, it's a little bit loud and bombastic, and Mercury in Aries can be very blunt. Just say it like it is. Sometimes perhaps without too much thinking, which can be a little impulsive and blunt, but at the same time is also unafraid to speak up or start shit, right? Whatever it is, it's like bring it, right? So, but hopefully in a good way, in a helpful way. Aries, of course, is the first sign of the 12 zodiacal signs. So in some way, Aries is that pioneer, right? That initiative energy. So Mercury in Aries is not afraid to be the first, to speak up, to say it first. And that's why Mercury in Aries, I admire their bravery, their courage. Like they're like, no BS. Just say what they feel and what they see and say it like it is. So I appreciate the bluntness and the directness, because I guess myself, having Mercury in Scorpio, I am a little bit like that too, because we're both ruled by Mars. So sometimes we just say it like it is, right? And I appreciate that honesty, that straightforwardness, that no BS, because I kind of like that too. But yes, it can be a bit blunt sometimes, like, okay, right? So do be mindful with that energy, because like I always say, energy goes both ways. There's a yin and a yang, there's a light and a shadow attribute. So you want to embrace that energy. But if you do need a confident boost, or you need like a little bit of push to say it, to express it, to like pitch your idea to the boss, or express yourself to that special someone, or to really address something that's bothering you, to speak up or fighting for a cause, right? And just do it, just say it kind of thing, right? This is the transit that hopefully will give you that little confidence, that courage boost that you need to really do it. So take the mic, speak up, because you will enjoy this transit for a little bit less than a month. Mercury will stay in Aries until May 10th. But you might want to hold on and pause that Mercury in Aries energy this week, at least the early part of the week, because right after Mercury enters Aries, Mercury will conjunct Neptune. First time ever in all of our lifetime, because last time when Neptune was in Aries is 165 years ago. None of us were alive. Well, let me know if you were alive 165 years ago. I really want to talk to you. So for all of us, probably, right, this is the first time we experience this aspect, Mercury conjunct Neptune in Aries. So we don't know what's going to happen. But astrology is the study of history and cycle, looking at the past, reviewing what happened back then, and use it to predict the possibilities, to see what might happen. Does it mean that it will repeat exactly the same? No, but this is what we reference from. And last time, roughly 165 years ago, when Mercury conjunct Neptune in the sign of Aries, that was when this American Civil War broke out. Does it mean that it's gonna happen again this week? No. But also never say never, because anything can happen nowadays, as we can see what is happening with the world and some of the world leaders, right? So, I mean, what a surprise anymore, right? Anything is possible, but let's hope it's not that, okay? But what can we expect? When Mercury and Neptune conjunct or aspect, typically is like a Mercury retrograde moment. So definitely in the beginning of this week, the first half of the week, it will definitely feel very much like Mercury retrograde. So if possible, if you can, I will definitely hold off any important meeting, signing of the contract, scheduling something important, like having an important conversation, pitching your idea at work, or discuss some kind of contract, or finalizing some details. I might hold off if it's possible, because it is going to feel like Mercury retrograde. Neptune and Mercury is like not seeing things eye to eye. You might not be careful, you might miss some of the details. You might be wearing rose-tinted glasses and think something is too good to be true, or you're just gonna miss the mark. It can be blurry. You can misunderstand, miscommunicate. So do be mindful with this energy. Aries is a sign that is ruled by Mars. Mars is related to action, is taking action upon something. It does relate to wars and that fiery energy, sometimes weapons and all those stuff. And Mercury is the mind, the voice, the news. So definitely the first half of the week, especially Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday as well, there might be some major news around unfortunately the wars or genocide that is happening in the world. Aries ruled by Mars also can sometimes relate to sun figures, because sun is exalted in Aries. So sun also associated with world leader. So it might be major news headlines about some of the world leaders. So pay attention and see what pops up in the news for us. Neptune is associated with dissolution, illusion sometimes. So who knows, there might be news about mercurial figure being on the headline, or dissolving, like not dissolving, but like leaving us, So there's all these possibility. It doesn't mean that it will happen, but that's the aspect, that's the energy that can relate to all these stuff, right? But Neptune is also an energy that talks about being compassionate, related to the collective consciousness, oneness, and the unconditional love, right? So maybe conjuncting with Mercury in the sign of Aries, which is, being the advocate, speaking out, not afraid to speak up. This might be an energy to inspire many of us, if not all of us, hopefully many of us, to bring us together, to courageously express ourselves and speak up for what we want to fight for and what is happening around the world, and advocate for changes. Maybe someone will come up also with some kind of big new idea about it, or how to do that, because sometimes Mercury, is our mind, the way we think. It also relates to technology with Neptune, a Mars rule sign, all this stuff. Maybe someone might debut some new ideas that we've never heard of, right? Just like this aspect we've never experienced before. So we'll just have to kind of watch and see what comes up for all of us. April 17. My goodness. Today, finally, Mars is going to leave Cancer and enter Leo. Oh my goodness, I am so ready for it. And it just feels like a lifetime that we have Mars in Cancer. Every time when we have Mars retrograde, it just feels like a lifetime that Mars is in that sign. And this, especially this one, because Mars, doesn't thrive necessarily the best in Cancer, and having Mars in Cancer for like half a year, I'm just like so done with it at this point. Anyway, good news, 9:20 p.m. Pacific time, or April 18, 12:20 p.m. Hong Kong time, Mars officially re-entered Leo, because Mars was retrograde first in Leo, then back into Cancer. So the first little bit of Mars in Leo, we're still traveling through that post-shadow energy of Mars in Leo, which I'm fine. I'll take this, then Mars in Cancer. So the first bit of Mars in Leo is still the post-shadow energy of Mars retrograde. The official, the post-shadow phase of Mars retrograde will officially end May 2nd. So between now and May 2nd, we're still retracing those degree point where Mars was retrograded. So it can bring us, some of us, back to beginning of November the 3rd, when Mars first entered Leo, or beginning of January this year, January 6th, when Mars retrograde in Leo. So some of us, you might think back to what was happening beginning of November and January, because now that Mars is in Leo again, retracing those degree points, all of us are kind of wrapping up that Mars retrograde story finally. So yay! And Mars in Leo is passionate, is creative, is the energy that is like set your soul on fire kind of energy, and take action upon it. You might be taking inspiration during this transit to take action upon what set your soul on fire, what you're passionate about. It can be creative projects idea that might be coming in for you, or that you have been having, and you are going to use this Mars in Leo transit to help you bring it into reality, to start taking some steps towards it. And Mars in Leo is not afraid to take up space, to hey, look at me, I'm here to stay, I'm here to say something, I'm here to do something, right? So that is the energy of taking up space and spotlight. Not be afraid of that as well. This can be taking initiative to start something as well. Leo has that regal energy, and Mars in Leo can be that energy of wanting to be in the limelight as well. So be mindful, because the shadow side of this energy is being a little bit too self-centered, forgetting other people, stealing the spotlight, because there's this fine line between being confident and being arrogant. So do be mindful with that energy. But one thing that I want to say is once Mars entered Leo, it kind of also activate that third and final Mars-Pluto opposition that we experienced before. The exact opposition is not going to happen until next week, I believe, April 26th. But once Mars enters Leo, it brings up that energy. It kind of activates that opposition, and the energy is just going to continue to build up. So we do want to watch out for that, because a Mars-Pluto opposition can be very can be pretty intense, can be pretty volatile, collectively and individually, of course. So we do want to take note and be mindful with that energy. It's gonna start building up this week, towards the end of the week, and it will be exact, like I said, on April 26th. And we probably won't feel the energy probably will last for a few days and won't fade out until the beginning of May, probably. And Mars will stay in Leo until June 17th. April 19th, the Sun enters Taurus and kickstart Taurus season for all of us. So the Sun will enter Taurus on April 19th, 12:56 p.m. Pacific time, or April 20th, 3:56 p.m. Hong Kong time. So adjust the time according to where you are in the world. Where I live right now in the Northern Hemisphere, I love Taurus season, because Taurus season is the height of spring. This is when everything truly coming to life. Flowers are blooming. I just got to see some really, really beautiful cherry blossom the other day. It was so nice. And you can smell the flowers, you can see the bee and butterfly, you can hear the birds chirping, and there's more sunlight coming in. The day starts to get longer, and it's just so wonderful. You're really feeling that the earth is like waking up. So I really, really love it. Taurus season. Taurus is the bull. Taurus is that steady, stable, consistent, dependable, earthy energy. And one good thing that is happening in Taurus season is that we have this year especially, we have this rare period of time. We have this 3 weeks window, 3 weeks only, but better than nothing, right? 3 weeks where all planets are direct, minus the pre-post shadow energy, because some planets are still in post-shadow energy of the retrograde. Another planet is also starting to slow down, get ready to retrograde. But minus those pre-shadow, post-shadow energy, we have solid 3 weeks from April 13th until May 4th, when all planets are in direct, especially from now until like April 19th to 30th, this 10 days, because we are in Taurus season. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is in Pisces, a sign that Venus is exalted in. So Venus is in her full strength, expressing her energy beautifully. So this 10 days is very nice, because we have Venus very happy, and we're in Taurus season, a season ruled by Venus. So between 19th and 30th is like the best days, best days, I would say, that we can enjoy. So if there's something you really want to take action upon, you really want to go do it in this 3 weeks window. Okay, if there's anything you want to start, plant the seed, set intention, just start getting the ball rolling. You don't need to accomplish and get it done, within this 3 weeks window. But it's nice to use this energy to do some planning, or just taking small steps ahead, to put in that consistent energy like Taurus, to really realign yourself as well, recharge, realign yourself to prepare for some more crazy astrology shift that is coming in. So you don't want to miss this. Just take this Taurus season to really ground yourself, right? Just like the energy of this earthly sign. Ground ourselves, realign our energy. We've been through all this personal planets going retrograde. Many of us might have experienced some changes or stuckness, like things are just not really moving, not really going, things are changing. We just have eclipse season as well. So really use this Taurus season to kind of readjust yourself, different areas of your life, and just prepare yourself, right? Taurus also talks about money matters. It talks about our world finance. It's associated with the money market, finance, and our personal finance. And funny, it coincides with tax season in a lot of the country. Interesting, huh? And so we might be paying more attention to our personal finance during this Taurus season. Taurus, ruled by Venus, talks about our values, our essential experience, our embodiment, and how we hold our values, right? And it can also talks about our Mother Earth, because it's that earthy grounding sign. Taurus talks about the nature, our Mother Earth. And think about all of us, all sentient beings, all beings on this floating blue and green dot. I feel like Taurus season is really a great time to check in with ourselves, check in with our values. Are you practicing what you preach? What are your values? Are you just saying it because they sound nice? Because some people are saying it? Or are you really embodying those values and living in those values and preaching, not just preaching it or just faking it, but really ground them into your life routines and really practicing them on a regular basis, right? Or perhaps they've changed. We've been through some retrograde. And me, I can only speak for myself. I feel very deeply connected with all these matter. And I really hope to invite you all to take some time during this Taurus season to re-evaluate ourselves, our values, to take some time to educate ourselves, to be more aware what is happening around in the world, in different parts of the world, and in our mother nature on this planet, because there's so many devastating things that is happening, wars around the world, genocide, and it's really affecting us. It's not just simply, oh yeah, some country decide to drop bombs and kill innocent lives. Wow, that is sad. No, but all these issues, they are affecting us in many different ways. It's not just a devastating thing that is happening that affect those people's life. It is a world issue. It is a climate issue. It is a world issue. Is pollution, is human rights, is women's right, is indigenous people's right, is resources, is deeply affecting all of us in so many different ways. Even though some of us might just feel like, oh, I can't feel it, my daily life is still the same, everything is just going about the same. It's not, okay? It's not. All this violence that is happening is really affecting a lot of us, all of us. In many ways, it affects the air that we're breathing, the water that we're drinking, the land that we are grounding ourselves living in. It affects the food system, the water system, the life and forests and our environment. And so that's why it actually affects all of us. That's why we really need to pay attention, be more aware of how they're affecting us, because we all can really come together and create the change that we want to see in the world. So I encourage you and invite you to take Taurus season to really take a look and be a little bit more aware of what is really happening and how we're truly connected. We're all interconnected in so many ways. On the same day, we have Mars in Leo trining Neptune in Aries. Again, another first for us. Like I said, we all never experienced Neptune in Aries, so any planet aspecting Neptune in Aries is all new to us. It's all our first time. So Mars trine Neptune is again something new, but this trine can be quite lovely because Aries is ruled by Mars and it's trining Mars and Leo, both in fire sign. Both are like action-oriented fire sign. So this aspect can really inspire some of us to take action, Mars, right? Take action towards your creativity, your passion, your dreams today, your creative project ideas or whatsoever. If you are in creative industry, entertainment industry, maybe what you do relates to that. It can be a moment for you to shine, to initiate something, to take action towards something, to debut something even. And this aspect between Mars and Neptune can be a little bit dreamy, attractive, and sexy at the same time. And given that Mars and Aries are very fiery signs, so is Leo, and Aries kind of always relate to our body, right? And I don't know, when I look at this aspect, I was just thinking, ooh, and it definitely not gonna resonate with everybody. I might be just talking to one person right now, but this aspect can definitely be you working out in the gym and you saw a guy, girl, someone, a person working out hard and flexing their moves, their muscle, and you're like, ooh, that is sexy, dreamy, and that can feel like that. But Neptune also relates to spirituality, collective consciousness, and unconditional love as well. This can definitely be a day where you feel deeply connected to these matters and you want to take action towards some kind of activism, which is related to spiritual, political, social activism. This can be a day where you're like, oh my God, I'm so fired up. I need to say something. I need to join a march. I need to create something about it and share it with the world kind of feeling as well. April 20th, we have like 3 aspects happening on that day. So you might be feeling none of it. You can be feeling all of it. You can be feeling 1 or 2 of it. So I'm just going to list them out, the possibilities, and you can see what happens for you. First, we have Venus in Pisces, sextile Uranus in Taurus. This is the 3rd and final time that Venus sextile Uranus because of Venus retrograde. So the first one was in January 26th. And we just have our second one not so long ago, April 7. Now Venus station direct again, and Venus is going to sextile Uranus the 3rd and final time. So this can be a little pleasant surprise that you didn't expect, perhaps in money matters, perhaps in relationships, because we're talking about Venus and Taurus. So it can be things like that today, but it can be a pleasant surprise that kind of like, ooh, that kind of feeling. And then we have Mercury in Aries, sextile Pluto in Aquarius. So kind of relating to what I just said, it can be a pleasant surprise, and it can be a very deep, soulful connection and conversation that you're having, combining these 2 aspects together. Having Mercury sextile Pluto, you know, Pluto wants to go deep, is cathartic, is transformative, you know, but having Mercury, maybe this is you really feeling that comfortable feeling that you have with your friend, your loved ones, your partner, someone that you fully love and trust. And maybe perhaps this is the day that you decided that you want to open up, or vice versa, and discover something new about the other person, right? And not just romantic, it can be a friend, family member, or so on and so forth, right? And this can also be another thing is Pluto in Aquarius really talks about that transformative energy that is happening in the collective. And sometimes it can be a deep conversation about something that is taboo, that is about our collective, that is about what is happening in the world, right? This can be being in the sign of Aries as well, having Mercury in Aries, Pluto and Aquarius, combining them together. Maybe this is a conversation that you're having with your fellow activists today, or something that truly care about what is happening around the world, and talk about it. You know, it's so important to have the support of each other as well. So this can be a day where maybe you use your voice to ask for change, to speak up for something, to make a difference, right? This is a day maybe to realign with your mindset, your values, right? The way you speak to yourself about all these different things that is happening around the world, or in your world, in your relationships. And the 3rd aspect that is happening is Sun in Taurus squaring Mars in Leo. This can be a bit intense because both Taurus and Leo are fixed sign. Having fixed placement in Scorpio and Aquarius, I understand those energy. Fixed sign don't want changes. They don't want to change. It takes a lot for them to move sometimes. But let's not just throw shades at fixed sign, because we all have other energies as well. But this Sun square Mars can be a little bit kind of like asking you to step out of your comfort zone, and you're just not feeling it. But Mars is like, you gotta move this energy, and you don't want to budge, but then Mars is like, you gotta move this energy. So they're fighting a little bit. It can be a day where, you know, oh my god, like, why do I have this happen? I really don't want to do this, but I have to do this. And maybe for some it's just a very busy day. You're like, oh my god, like, I'm running around. I'm like, Mars is that action energy, right? And that Taurus Sun just want to sit and lay back, enjoy. I just want to lay in the grass and smell the flowers and feel the sun and have a nice iced coffee, you know. And then the Mars in Leo is like, no, we gotta move, we gotta go, you know. This can simply be like that. You need to work, but you don't want to work. But sometimes you feel that energy is building up, and you also need to kind of like use it. So channel that energy into some action. Maybe go for a walk, go for a run, go do whatever to kind of just move that energy as well. So this is a week where we have quite a bit happening. We have we're kicking start a new season. You know, we have some new aspect that we're all going to feel and see and witness the first time in our lifetime. So that's kind of exciting in some way. So I hope these videos help you move through the week and help you to navigate through those energy, to let you know what to expect, what we can see that might happen. Feel free to come back later on the week to check out again. Sometimes people find it helpful after the week happened, they come back and listen to it. That happened. Oh, that didn't happen. Oh, I felt that. So do feel free to let me know, comment below. I read all the comments and I love connecting with you all. You being here means so much to me. And if you feel like giving me any kind of support, it will be really, really lovely for you to subscribe, to share this video, comment this video, like and share, subscribe, and this really helped me build up this community that I really hope to build, where we can chat about astrology. And I'm so grateful to be here doing what I love, and it will not happen without all of you being here as well. So thank you so much for all the support, and I'm wishing you all a great week ahead. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.